everyone, I'm Steph with Hair and Makeup by Steph, and I'm here with Kenra Professional to walk you guys through how I would approach a soft Hollywood wave. So I really like this look because it has a very polished glam feel to it, but it's still very soft and wearable. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this look is going to be parted in the center and the sides are going to be tucked. So all of the curls are going to be behind the shoulders. So I'm going to work starting in the back, down here at the nape. I'll go ahead and get this clipped aside. Okay, and then I'm going to get this lightly misted with the Kenra Hot Spray 20. So how much of this you do kind of depends on how well their hair curls. So if their hair doesn't curl super well, obviously you'll want to saturate this a little bit more. Okay, and then I'll just get that brush through. And since I want this to be a bigger wave, I'm using a 1 1/4 inch curling iron. If you want a smaller wave, you can also use a 1 inch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do wraparound curls around this barrel. And I'm going to do a flat wrap and then half of a twist. Flat and then twist. So you're kind of combining a flat wrap and a twist wrap. And what that's going to do is it's going to break up the curl just enough that once you brush it out, it forms a wave instead of being bouncy curls. Okay, and then I'm just holding that for a second to let that cool. And then I'm just going to leave it like this until I'm done with everything, and then we'll brush it all out together. Okay, so these are all going to get curled in the same direction. So I'm just going to repeat that again. So we do flat and then twist, flat, twist. Okay, so this is kind of what you're going for. Okay, so you want to make sure they're bouncy enough that once you brush them out, you still have a decent amount of curl in there. So if they're not curly enough from the start, then once you brush it, it's just going to be too straight. Okay, so I'm going to let down another row and then just repeat that process. Okay, once you get high enough that you're above the ears, you can still keep everything behind the ears as you curl. So these sections on the side that go in front of the ear, they will essentially just get curled from where the ear is and back, because this is all going to be tucked anyway, so you don't need to worry about curling any of that. Okay, so a couple things you can do if you're wanting these curls to be a little bit tighter. So you can do a smaller barrel, like I was saying. You can also saturate with more product. You can do smaller sections. You can clip them after you curl them to let them cool. And you can also wrap them a little bit more tightly around the barrel, which I can show you. Okay, so if I were wanting to do a little bit tighter of a curl, I would take a smaller section and then I would wrap this really close together on the barrel. So essentially, instead of stretching this out along the length of the barrel, I'm going to make sure it's all bunched up together like that. And that will help give you a tighter curl as well. Another thing you can do is you can wrap on the inside of the barrel. So I have my curling iron open, and then once I have that wrapped, I can close it, and that little bit of extra heat on the exterior of the curl as well will help make it a little bit tighter. All right, once you have everything curled, then you can go ahead and start brushing it out. So I'm going to start at the bottom and just work my way up. And you can see that nice, pretty wave that's forming. Okay, and then I'm going to apply some of the Luxe Shine Oil just to help with the frizz. Just lightly combing this through the ends. And then before I get this tucked behind the ears, I want to get a little bit of lift at the crown. So I'm just going to back comb up here and then get that locked in place with the Volume Spray 25. Okay, then I can go ahead and get my sides tucked. I've got some of the Platinum Working Wax on my fingers, and I'm just smoothing down the sides and getting those tucked behind her ears. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then I will also get that sprayed with the Volume Spray 25. And if you want to, you can bobby pin, or if they have like a hair accessory, that would look really good right there as well. I'm gonna keep hers a little bit softer and just tuck them. Okay, and then to finish, I'm just gonna go in with some of the smoothing spray, just to give this a little bit more polish and shine. and then we will be all set.